Welcome to the ACA Learn English Fast channel, where we turn your English worries into real confidence. Today's video is perfect for anyone who feels nervous in meetings, struggles to present confidently, or wants to sound like a native speaker in business settings. Whether you're working from home or speaking up in a big boardroom, mastering these business English phrases will help you communicate clearly, respectfully, and powerfully. What you'll learn: how to start and lead meetings professionally, how to ask and answer questions with confidence, how to express your opinion and disagree politely, pro tips to deal with nervousness during presentations, common phrases that make you sound fluent instantly. So grab your notebook, relax, and let's begin. How to speak clearly, confidently, and competently, even when you're nervous. First, let's learn how to start a meeting professionally. The first few seconds of a meeting set the tone for the entire conversation. When you start confidently, people automatically respect your presence and listen more attentively. If you fumble or hesitate, it might suggest uncertainty, even if you're fully prepared. Use confident openings like, "Let's get started. Thanks for joining. Shall we begin? We've got a lot to cover today, so let's dive right in. Good morning, everyone. Let's kick things off. I appreciate you all being here. Let's begin. Let's jump right into today's agenda. Welcome, everyone. Let's start with our first point. Thanks for being on time. Let's begin the discussion. Let's make the most of our time and get started. To begin, I'd like to quickly go over what we'll cover. Real-life tip: take charge and break the silence. When you're hosting a Zoom or in-person meeting and the room feels awkward or no one wants to speak first, don't wait. Be the confident voice that guides the room. A strong, warm opening makes everyone feel at ease and sets a professional tone. Try these confident phrases to get things rolling. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. Let's jump right in. We've got a lot of good stuff to cover. All right, looks like we're all set. Let's get started. Great to see you all. I really appreciate you joining. Shall we begin? Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Let's dive in. Thanks for taking the time to join. We've got some exciting things to go through. Let's get things rolling. We have a full agenda today. Good to have everyone here. Let's kick things off. Hope everyone's doing great. I'll go ahead and start us off. Let's make the most of our time, starting now. Okay, let's begin. Feel free to jump in at any time with questions. Why it matters. People naturally look to someone to lead the way. When you speak first and sound sure of yourself, others will follow your lead. Being assertive, not aggressive, shows that you're prepared, professional, and ready to guide the meeting. Even if you feel nervous inside, your tone and body language send powerful signals. When you speak with clarity and confidence, people trust you more. Pro tip: smile when you speak. Smiling isn't just for in-person meetings. It works wonders on phone calls and video calls too. Your voice sounds warmer and more inviting when you smile. It makes your speech more engaging and natural. Smiling boosts your confidence and helps build trust with your audience. Remember, people won't always remember your exact words, but they'll remember how you made them feel. A confident, kind tone goes a long way. Now let's learn how to introduce yourself clearly. A clear, confident self-introduction is not just about saying your name, it's about establishing credibility. It's your mini elevator pitch and the first impression people will remember. Try saying, "I'm Amina, leading content development at Nova Creatives. I manage social media strategy and campaign execution at Pixel Bloom. My role at BrightPath Media focuses on SEO and brand visibility. I'm Daniel, heading marketing operations at Sparkwave Agency. I specialize in client growth and digital storytelling at VisionRoot. At Idea Nest, I handle creative direction and cross-platform content. I'm Ravi, part of the analytics and outreach team at Boldframe Digital. My focus at Elevate Studios is driving engagement through video and design. I manage influencer collaborations and paid media at Zenith Loop. Scenario in a client pitch. Hi, I'm Daniel, and I lead digital growth strategies at Sparkwave. My role involves helping brands expand their online presence by crafting tailored strategies that boost visibility and drive real engagement. From social media content to data-driven campaigns, I work closely with clients to ensure every piece of content not only looks great, but also delivers measurable results. Why it matters. Using specific roles and action-driven language helps you come across as clear, confident, and capable. When you can describe exactly what you do and how you create impact, people immediately recognize your value. It shows that you're not just part of a team, but that you understand your contribution and take ownership of it. This kind of clarity builds credibility and trust, especially in professional settings where first impressions count. The more confidently and specifically you communicate, the more likely people are to take you seriously, listen carefully, and want to work with you. Pro tip: when introducing yourself, avoid vague or unsure statements that leave others questioning your role or expertise. These can undermine your credibility, especially in professional settings. Instead, aim for clarity and specificity to convey confidence and authority right from the start. Vague intro. I handle social media, I think. Improve intro. I manage social media strategy, focusing on building brand presence and increasing engagement across platforms. Vague intro. I do something with content creation, not sure what to call it. Improved intro. I create content that drives brand awareness and engages audiences through storytelling and visual media. Vague intro. I work in tech, I guess. Improve intro. I work as a software developer specializing in building scalable applications that improve user experience and drive business growth. Vague intro. I help out with some marketing stuff. Improve intro. I design and implement marketing strategies that enhance brand recognition and lead generation for our clients. Vague intro. I'm in customer service, I guess. Improved intro. I manage customer support, ensuring clients have seamless experiences and their issues are addressed promptly, improving customer satisfaction and retention. Bonus tip: be prepared with different versions of your introduction based on the situation. Having a short, medium, and long version ready will allow you to adapt to any setting, whether it's a quick encounter, a casual conversation, or a formal pitch. Short, one line. I specialize in brand strategy and digital marketing. Medium, 2 to 3 lines. I'm a digital marketing strategist with a passion for performance-driven campaigns. I help brands grow their online presence through targeted strategies and engaging content. Long, 30 to 60 seconds. I'm a digital marketing strategist with over 5 years of experience in developing comprehensive online campaigns. I work closely with clients to understand their goals, target audience, and market trends, and create performance-driven strategies to drive measurable results. From SEO and content creation to social media management and paid campaigns, I manage the entire digital marketing funnel to deliver business growth and engagement. By tailoring your introduction, you can confidently adapt to any conversation and effectively come. Do you know how to ask questions without sounding nervous? Many people hesitate to ask questions because they're afraid of sounding silly. But in professional settings, asking thoughtful questions shows you're engaged, not clueless. Use phrases like, "Could you expand on that a bit more? I'd love some clarification on that point if possible. Would you mind explaining that a little further? Just to make sure I understand correctly. Could you walk me through that part again? I have a quick question regarding what you just said. Can you provide a bit more detail on that? I'd appreciate some more context on this. Could you elaborate on that for me? Can I ask for a bit more insight into that?" Scenario: your colleague says, "We'll monitor CTR daily." You say, "Just to confirm, are we tracking click-through rates across all platforms or just Google Ads?" Why it matters. Asking thoughtful questions shows initiative, curiosity, and professionalism. It signals that you're not just passively listening, you're actively engaged and committed to understanding the details. When you ask questions, it tells your team and clients that you care about getting things right and producing quality work. It also builds trust because people see you as someone who values clarity and accountability. On the other hand, staying silent out of fear, whether you're afraid of sounding silly or unsure, can lead to miscommunication, mistakes, and missed opportunities. In professional settings, it's far better to ask than to assume. Confidently asking for clarification not only helps you do your job better, but also positions you as someone who takes ownership and communicates with purpose. Pro tip: don't weaken your questions with, "Sorry to ask. This might be a dumb question." Instead, show curiosity with confidence. Try phrases like, "I'd like to clarify one point, just to make sure we're on the same page. Can we explore that a bit more? I want to ensure I understand this correctly. Could we walk through that step again together? Would you mind elaborating on that a little? Let me confirm something quickly. Can I ask for a bit more detail on that? Could you expand on that part for clarity? I'm curious to learn more about what you just mentioned." Here comes the best part: handling unexpected questions. When someone asks you something unexpected, the goal is not to know everything immediately. It's to handle the moment with calmness and control. Say, "That's a great question. Give me a second to think. I don't have the numbers right now, but I'll follow up after this. Interesting point. Let me check on that and circle back. Thanks for raising that. I'll make a note to get back to you shortly. I want to give you the most accurate answer, so let me double check and get back to you. That's something I'd love to explore further. I'll send an update after the meeting." Good question. Let's touch base on that with the team and come back with a clear plan. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but I'll find out and update you. Let me take that away and follow up. I want to be sure before answering. I'll get the full details and make sure we're aligned. I'll loop you in soon. Scenario: your manager asks, "How did last quarter's social campaign perform on TikTok?" You say, "That's a great question. Thank you for bringing it up. I don't have the exact performance figures on hand right now, but I want to make sure I give you accurate data. I'll pull the analytics after this meeting and include a detailed summary in the follow-up email, including reach, engagement rate, and key takeaways from the campaign's performance. I'll also highlight any insights we can apply to the next campaign. Why it matters. You don't need to have all the answers in real time, and that's perfectly okay. What truly matters is your attitude and how you handle the situation. When you stay calm and composed under pressure, it builds trust with your audience, whether you're speaking to a team, a client, or during a presentation. People remember how you made them feel more than what you said word for word. Showing confidence, even when you're unsure, positions you as dependable, thoughtful, and professional. Pro tip: use buffer phrases to buy time. Let's see. That's an interesting point. Let me think about that for a moment. That's a good question. I'd like to consider that carefully. Well, if we look at it from another angle, that opens up a few possibilities. Here's how I see it. Let's unpack that a bit. It's worth taking a moment to think that through. Finally, let's go through how to give opinions like a pro. You don't have to wait until you have a certain title or years of experience to speak with clarity and authority. Every team member has valuable insights, and learning how to express your thoughts respectfully and assertively can make a real difference. When you share your opinions with confidence, without overpowering others, you show leadership, critical thinking, and a willingness to contribute. It's not about being loud or always being right. It's about showing that your voice matters and that you're actively thinking about how to move things forward. Whether you're in a meeting, brainstorming session, or casual team check-in, speaking up, kindly and constructively, positions you as someone who adds value. And remember, great leaders often start by learning how to communicate ideas with clarity and care. Use phrases like these to share your opinion clearly. In my view, we could explore a different approach. I believe adjusting the timeline may improve delivery. From my perspective, adding visuals might boost clarity. I feel this direction aligns better with our goal. It might be worth considering an alternative solution here. In my opinion, this method could be more efficient. One thought that comes to mind is, we might also want to think about how this impacts the user. I'd suggest we revisit the initial plan briefly. Another way to look at this could be, scenario. A teammate suggests creating a 2-page written proposal for a client presentation. You feel that a short, visual slide deck would be more effective and engaging. You might say, in my view, a 1-page slide deck might actually be more impactful for the client. Why this works? It's clear, respectful, and solution-oriented. You're not dismissing their idea. You're offering an alternative that could better serve the goal. Why it matters? Sharing your opinion, when done thoughtfully, shows that you care about the quality and direction of your team's work. Strong opinions, expressed with respect, demonstrate leadership, critical thinking, and initiative. You don't need to dominate a conversation to make an impact. Avoid starting with phrases like, I think, too often. While it's natural, it can sound uncertain or hesitant. Instead, try using more confident and grounded language like, I believe, from experience, based on feedback, looking at the data, my understanding is. These phrases help you sound more credible and professional while still being collaborative. Pro tips for giving opinions confidently. Start with purpose. Know why you're sharing the opinion, to improve, clarify, or suggest. Be respectful, not forceful. Offer your view as a contribution, not a correction. Avoid vague language. Skip, maybe, or sort of when you want to sound certain. Use confident phrases. Say, I believe, instead of I think to sound more assured. Support with reasoning. Add a brief reason. This might work better because. Acknowledge others' ideas. That's a good approach. What if we also tried? Keep it concise, clear, and to the point often makes more impact than a long explanation. Be open to discussion. Invite feedback. I'm open if you see it differently. Adapt to the audience. Match your tone to the setting, casual or formal. Practice regularly. The more you speak up, the easier and more natural it becomes. Confidence comes from preparation, not perfection. Try these tips and speak like a pro. Comment below if you want part 2. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.